You wrote a book. In your book, you speak about this topic, and I would love to see if you could kind of just tell us about the research, what you found.
Sure, sure. Well, to start off with, what is death? And we've always thought of, and the definition of death always was that your heart stops beating and you stop breathing. That's what death is. And, you flatline, no breath, no oxygen, no heartbeat, and you're dead. But in 1968, some Harvard doctors got together and they wanted to say that if you're in a coma, an irreversible coma, which thinking about that word irreversible, how do you know that it is? And in what you just said, it wasn't irreversible for these two gentlemen, but they wanted to say that an irreversible coma is death. So this discussion went on for years. And then in 1991, the Uniform Determination Death Act came back and said, okay, the cessation of the brain not functioning anymore, all functions of the brain, to include the brainstem, we will call that death, brain death. So that's when they first started talking about it. But they couldn't leave it alone at that. And through the years, they've been trying to push and push back on that so that there are more people that they can determine are brain dead and that the brain stem doesn't have to be a part of that. And what you need to understand is because somebody is considered brain dead or because they're in a coma, their heart is still beating, they're still breathing, whether it's on oxygen or not.